Hi, this is Solar Mike with the top 3 mistakes that solar salespeople do when they try to sell solar. Number one is they push the wrong financial package. They usually try to promote the zero down or no money down solar for residential, which is a total aberration. I'll go into that in a minute. Number two is they try to oversell the system, oversize the system. Excuse me. Okay. They put solar in on the north side where it doesn't produce as much, and the economics are not there. Or they put in areas of the roof where there's obvious shading issues that are going to undermine the production of the system. Or they're facing east or they're facing west. Number three is they don't truly explain, they take away the benefits and they don't explain to the homeowner where the real benefits of the solar system are, which are almost in some markets up to a 50% tax credit, which is kind of piggybacks into issue number one in a different way. So let me explain what I mean by they offer the wrong financial package. Those zero money down typically are in the form of a lease or what's called in the industry a PPA or power purchase agreement. In both cases, meaning the homeowner is not going to own the solar system, but a financial institution will. Whether it's a lease through a bank under a true lease, whereas the bank gives the homeowner a preferred loan rate for keeping ownership of the system, just like when they lease a car. Or a PPA, which is a financial institution, owns the solar system and sells the electricity generation to the host home, as we call it. Let me ask you, if you're a homeowner, why would you want to change one bill for another? And by the way, you don't get rid of the first bill, the utility bill. That's always going to be there. And if the salespeople don't explain that correctly, that's another point of contention. The greatest let me be very clear. Right now, one of the greatest benefits of solar system for residential is that they get a 26% ITC or investment tax credit. That's a direct credit to the homeowner's tax bill come April 15th. Okay? Some states, like New York State, offers an additional tax credit incentive for state taxes. All right, so if you're in a market like Long Island or Westchester or Hudson Valley, and you're looking to put solar in your home because you have high electric bills, okay, you should finance. You could finance that system with a traditional personal loan. No liens on the house. Okay, you would the monthly payments on the loan, which is going to be for 5 to 7 years, are going to be roughly the size of your average monthly savings, if not a little over. You're probably going to have a savings of about $200 a month in electric cost, averaged throughout the year. And your monthly bill for the purchase on a 7-year note may be $250, $270. But at the same time, you're putting about $12,000 to $14,000 in your pocket, which is come tax day, you won't have to send to the IRS and a New York State Treasury. Those are well defined within the current tax laws. That's a conversation you need to have with your accountant, or a subject of a different video. But if you get into one of those no money down deals or leases, this is what's going to happen. The bank is going to own the system. The bank is going to get that tax credit, and then they're going to still give you a bill for about $225 a month. So congratulations, you just put a system on the house that's going to have a lien that the bank or the financial institution are not going to let you sell, because this is happening. Okay, when time comes to sell your home, in particular when you do a PPA. Because the financial institution takes a very long term approach to the payback of the system. It's not 7 years, it's about 15 to 20. So guess what happens when in 10 years or 12 years you want to go and sell your home? They make it very difficult. They don't release the liens, they delay, they do all kind of chicanery. It's well documented in Google reviews. Check them out online. So that's number one. Number two is oversizing the system. Well, I've seen a lot of designs where it includes the front and the back of the home, assuming that either one faces south. An ideal installation would face south in the northern hemisphere to take advantage of the arc of the sun rising on the east and setting on the west. And on slope roofs, on pitch slope roofs, if you put it on the north, facing north, you lose about 40 to 45, 50% production. The same thing goes when you put panels on the east or west facing roofs. You lose about 20 to 30% of generation. So why would you? Another big mistake is they oversize the system, the solar system, to produce more than the house would use at any given time. And by that I don't mean during the day, but I mean over the span of the year. On most locations with what's called net metered laws, the grid works as you backup. So if your system overproduces, then it sends the extra energy back to the grid. It rolls back your meter, and the utility gives you an accounting credit for kilowatt hours that you send back to the grid. The reality is salespeople are working on commission, and for an extra $50, you'll be surprised what some of them will do. Again, solar systems are a financial package that will save you money if designed and purchased correctly. Most of the systems, it's a lot easier since they are a high ticket item, it's a lot easier for a salesperson just to say, hey, you can go solar, you don't need to put any money down, we'll lend you all the money to buy it. But you're not buying it, you're renting it, or you're leasing it long term. And that is the big issue. So because all the incredible tax benefits, which in states like New York, which had offer an additional tax credit, can amount up to almost 50% of the cost of the system. All right, so that's it for today, and keep tuned because I'll keep on posting with more tips on how to sell solar.